All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Garden Terror map. I always forget what it's actually called. We are going to be playing Imperious today, and I have kind of a heated history with Imperious. He's a character that I'll often play to warm up because we're working on getting him to the golden ring, and then my warm-up game always goes great, and then the next game I get stomped, and I was like, well, that's clearly a fluke. Let me try again. And then that game I get stomped. And it's like the only time I can play Imperious is if I'm coming in cold. Like the second I get warmed up on this guy, it all falls apart. So we're testing that theory today and trying, hopefully, to show off this character. Nice try with the gravity lapse. The friendly team today is Imperious, Diablo, Falstad, Chromie, and Brightwing. That's a nice impale to get us started. Tried to get in there for some bonus damage as well, but fell just a little short. So our Q ability is a straight line movement ability. If I hit someone with the tip of my spear after moving, they will be kind of held into the air. Now, this is a little problematic for Imperious sometimes because he's also being held in position as well. I mean, not a perfect plan, but if your team can assassinate the target, it can be very, very useful. Our W ability is a straight line skill shot that does damage and also slows. And our E ability is damage around us that just kind of radiates and pokes at enemies. I think eventually we're going to get some armor with this based off of our talents. The real mechanic of Imperious is comboing these abilities together to get more valorous brand damage. So you can see here, D.Va has one little circle under her. If I hit her with this, she gets two, and then we can auto attack her for some bonus damage there that then expends the valorous brands. So trying to min-max and all that kind of stuff on this character can be a little difficult to do. But if you W, E, Q, you can set it up pretty reliably. There are ways to not have your marks removed with the brand of Solarian, which I'm a big fan of. That means you can keep that bonus damage up at level 20, and you become a cannon going off on the battlefield if you can do it right. Enemy D.Va was going for my mercenary camp. I just felt it in my bones for some reason. Maybe she was looking for me because I was gone for so long, but we cut each other off at the pass. Now, D.Va is someone I should be able to bully pretty well until she starts firing those nukes off at me, and then she can zone me out quite a lot, or at least for a moment, you know. Our damage here doesn't seem too consequential, however. She's trading with me favorably, and I kind of wanted to waste nuke before objective. I was trying to push really hard for that, but she is going to carry that with her. Okay, so we're going to be late. But it was late with a purpose. At least that's better than nothing. We are also going to pick up Battle Hunger at level 4, increases Valorous brand healing. Again, I'm going for that level 20 talent. If I can never have my brand removed, oh, she's also mitigating my critical hit damage with the brand by putting that damage dampener on me. That's something I didn't realize. Okay. Well, it seems like she's played this game before. She even knows what she's doing. Speaking of which, these guys are jumping towards us at the gate now. ETC can't keep me back, but we are going to be zoned as that nuke does go off. We now see Kael'thas going for the channel. I do interrupt him just barely, but I'm going to be forced back pretty quick. They are not channeling at the moment, but Kael'thas, I might be able to jump in on him. If they're backing up this much, I'm going to try to sneak the channel. It feels like we've zoned everyone away, but never mind. They always come back. Sylvanas, no mana, though, so we can at least punish her quite a lot for being here. ETC kind of bullying me away is a bit more intimidating. But now I can bully him away from my teammates that he's trying to interrupt. So that was actually relatively good for us, all things considered. Now, one problem with all of the angels in this game, except for Ariel, is that, well, she has her own mana problems, doesn't she? But I think Tyrael goes out of mana way too quick. Maybe Malthael is okay, actually. But Imperious suffers from the same drought, where I feel like if I even start using my abilities at all, I have to go back to base constantly. 560 mana simply does not feel like enough to me. We are going to pick up Holy Fervor, activate to cause my next 4 basic attacks within 10 seconds to cleave with 30% additional damage. So they're not even nerfing the damage on this, which is super cool. With our little jump, I can actually travel over obstacles if I'm very close to them, so I was kind of hoping that Sylvanas might move up against us here. Unfortunately, what we see is ETC going for a long flank. We cut him off because we were looking at the map, but he was trying to get involved in that conflict. And 4 members of the enemy team just kind of looming in the middle lane right now as the objective is activating. We can skewer more than 1 target at a time, as you can see here. As I was hoping you could see there. Nice flip by Diablo brings ETC inside of our base. I feel like I was instrumental in setting that up. I will pat myself on the back. We also set up that nice play as Lucio was trying to use that wall to get out of here. We cut off that exit. 3 seconds until I can jump back in. Let's try for it. We just missed slightly. That being said, Kael'thas is being taken down by Air Muradin himself. And I still haven't used my Holy Fervor yet. We haven't quite needed it here. Let me show you what it does. We just... Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'll show you what it does right now. Because it just gives us bonus damage as well. So even if you're in a situation where you don't need to cleave, you could still hit this button just to do a little bit more burst damage in the right direction. Next objective is going to be very important for us, so I'm going to try to take over some mercenary camps to keep pressure up on this enemy team. I'm not the best at clearing out something like this, but it could also be a lot worse. With Holy Fervor, it does help. We get some good cleaves here, and then we'll just go right back to auto-attacking. I feel like I got... How many do I get? 4? I felt like I counted 5. Maybe that means I need more sleep. Maybe that's the thing. Like I said, we're not great at this, so I am going to probably have to stop off at the base to top up here as well. I can't do it. It's too far. All right, we're just going to have to commit. Wrath of the Ingress is my favorite of his heroic abilities, although I do totally appreciate the amount of defensive prowess you get with angelic armaments. However, the most fun thing in any MOBA to me is the displacement. So I'm going to try to keep leaning into that as best I can. We interrupted for a brief moment. The friendly team is on the way, and oh god! Falstad just saved me so much pain and suffering with that gust. Now this is going to be a nuke, so we want them to drop that off in an very bad spot if we can. My sippy cup is ready, and this push is starting to get a little out of hand, so I'm going to back up. I'm going to ping that I'm doing this at least so the team knows that I'm doing it. Oh yeah, my cleave gives me 2 as well. That's right. That's exactly right. Is it every time I activate this? Okay, I just don't want to lose our buildings while this objective fight is going on. I'm going out. Let's see if we can grab some people here. Oh, just missed. Keeping the pressure up on Sylvanas, though. Also, giving us that free cleave. Thank you for reminding me about that. We can continue the fight here, I think. On Kael'thas. Armor. I got that slow. I think that's all I can do. Look at that. I just sippy cupped, and we're already out of mana again. That's the sustain I'm talking about. That's the stuff that fucking bothers me on this character. Like, bro, he has such a cool kit. Please let me use it. Also, because so much of it is centered around Valorous brand and the healing and bonus damage that you can get from this. Even his talents are based around this, right? You would think that, you know, maybe you give me a little more mana to actually apply the bonus damage. Well, I'm glad I looked at my ult because I did get armaments. Like I said, this isn't bad. It just means that I'm going to have to kind of be a more frontline brawler for my team rather than a displacement executioner. That's certainly a plan. That's a good idea. So basically, I just use this. It's going to give me a big-ass shield. I think after 3 seconds... I could just read the tooltip, huh? I think after 3 seconds, I can also then, like, throw some swords at people. Or something. If I have any mana to do any of that. We'll go ahead and cleave this down. The Phoenix already moving in. I was hoping that would be a really big impale, but unfortunately didn't quite work out. A fantastic setup with that chromie dust there, keeping everyone locked down in that small choke point. Here's my cleave again with enough damage to take down the enemy Kael'thas. And nicely done. That's going to be the first objective for the friendly team moving across the map now. I do have a sippy cup, so we're not going to go back to base. We'll keep pushing off here. Friendly team should pretty easily be able to take this, and we also have Diablo pushing middle. Not only getting XP there, but helping secure that tier 1 defense there as well. Lucio has respawned. ETC is back on the field as well. Sylvanas moving up on us is very bad for her. We're going to move in with some big cleaves yet again, trying to do as much damage as possible, but Lucio does get here in the nick of time to keep that Sylvanas alive. Lucio, think about it this way. How is she ever going to learn now? I'm going to try it again. He doesn't have any boobs for me. Let's go ahead and cleave. Brightwing teleport will save me. Here's my angelic armaments as well. Big slow onto Lucio allows me to line that up. And I'm just going to leave. No harm, no foul. However, what has been harmed is my blue bar. So I guess I am going back to base. I mean, this isn't terrible. There are more mana-hungry characters in the game. But, like I said, the base design of this character just seems to be cycling out abilities as fast as you can to stack up the Valorous brand, and it seems kind of intuitive, counterintuitive. Now, before someone suggests it, we have messed around with this press forward talent because this, this mana problem I'm having isn't anything new. I've been complaining about it for months over on Twitch. They can attest to that for sure. But simply, Valorous brand, press forward allows you to keep your regeneration globe up if you continue to attack heroes, and it just seems way too situational to actually be useful. Let's see. Didn't quite get the double shish kebab that I was hoping for, but still decent damage as we were chasing them. Next objective is about to be up in 14 seconds, spawning underneath us. Enemy just took over that mercenary camp, so they are moving in without fear right now. Lucio might be actually a little too far forward. Let's come up here and try to crowd control the enemy team's ETC. I think he was literally thrown off of it there. Sylvanas once again stepping up too far. Does get taken down by our air Muradin, but a tower takes him down as well. Okay, I can cleave this pretty quick. They also have a ton of stuff pushing. So if this enemy team moves in and fights us right now, that would actually be a really good play from them. But our cleave does eat this pretty quickly. They are moving in, but Diablo with a great ambush stops them. ETC stage dive jumping in on top of me now. Let's go ahead and use my shield. And I'll use it on to D.Va here to remove her from the mech. Try to keep the aggression up against her as well with that bonus damage. One more hit. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. That was way too greedy. That was way too fucking greedy. All right. And we'll once again use that cleave to take down this mess before our tower dies as well. I do really like his auto attack cleave. That's super engaging to me. Now, this is where I kind of go off script with this kind of a build. I like Valorous Pursuit a lot. It allows me to be super maneuverable. That being said, I usually use it with the other ultimate to kind of help line up those big grabs. So we'll see if I have as much fun with it in this game. I'm going to go ahead and turn my cleave back on and just get rid of this lane. Sylvanas heading up to top lane to get XP there as well. We'll try to cut her off. Make sure she isn't just split pushing buildings down. Mana is not great, so after this, I am going to be heading back to the base and refilling. Perfect. Friendly team is poised and ready to go. It looks like Diablo jumping in on middle lane is going to take a lot of damage as 4 members of the enemy team suddenly emerge. We also aren't rotating to this super quickly. The enemy team is on top of it instantly. However, a little bit of anti-synergy might buy us a lot of time. I should have just moved towards her clone, to be honest. Okay, I'm just moving in, boys. Shields up. Valorous Pursuit. Sword damage. Keep going. Don't give up now. Don't give up now. You already got them off point. We are going to have to dodge some skill shots here, though. If I wouldn't have impaled, that would have been a kill. I stunned myself so I couldn't auto attack again. That was so close. Well, I was thinking that was going to buy us actually a lot of time, as 3 members of the enemy team were effectively just fighting me, but it seems like this objective is continuing. Kael'thas back on the field as well, and Lucio's actually going to beat me back to this objective, respawning in just 12 seconds. What I thought was helping secure the objective maybe just bought the enemy team more time to regroup. Chromie's super low at the bottom of the screen, using her sand clones to deal damage to this D.Va as she's moving around. D.Va not really doing much to Brightwing, but more importantly, she's buying a ton of time for her enemy team, for her friendly team, D.Va's team, to come back towards us. Now Diablo is in position and ready to go. D.Va once again around the top of the screen is going to split us, and an ETC stage dive right on top of our Brightwing means a lot of damage is incoming. Our Chromie trying to get away, trying to back up, but was just too split off from the team, and it looks like they're going to be grabbing that. So rather than me going over there and wasting time, we're just going to start cleaving some more camps down. I know I can move and mitigate a little damage, but I just want to make sure that this cleave lands. If the enemy team gets another one of these tributes, that is going to be their first curse of the game. Allied heroes gain a weaponized shield. I've never seen anyone take that before. I'm just going to get Brand of Solarian. This is going to make it so our brands never run out. So our sustain should go up a lot. Our burst damage should go up a lot. I'm coming in to help. Look at that. And then we can teleport to him. Shield. Wave. Brand. Look at this. Nice. I am gonna have to get out of this room. Couldn't interrupt her remech, unfortunately. Might be able to grab Lucio here for our team. Indeed, I can. And I could also just teleport to him right now if we thought that would help secure this, but I don't think it will. Enemy team hasn't gone towards this objective just yet. We impale D.Va right as she gets out of the mech. Look at that. One fight, I'm out of mana again. Bro, it's fucking relentless. Please. Please. Maybe that's how this level 20 talent is balanced, come to think of it, because if my brand never runs out, then effectively... Ah, fuck me! I got it! I got it! Everything's fine! Everything's fine. Teleport. Cleave. We're good. Oh, I almost let that one slip through the cracks. That was gonna be gross. That one was gonna feel really bad. Seems like Sylvanas has been the main PvE pusher for this enemy team. Really, what you should be doing on Sylvanas is staying with your team and helping them move through defenses. But she's just kind of going and taking camps, which is fine. That is pushing the top lane right now. Rather than chasing what Sylvanas is trying to set up, what I'm gonna do is just add pressure to this lane. If she wants to stop this, she's gotta come here. Of course, there is a big conflict in the middle lane as ETC is jumping in. Brightwing might be taken down by that. Yes, indeed. So they found an answer to my split pushing problem. Let's try to get a big ol' impale here. That's gonna be a few people. Right after shield. Teleport. Oh shit, I fucked up. Oh, cleave. Oh shit. There's no brands. I need a brand so bad. Oh. Well, we tried to hold the line. Died at a very bad time. Enemy team is very likely going to get this objective. Only Sylvanas taken down right now. Chromie trying to do some big plays here, and it looks like it's working, giving her enough room to get away from ETC. And what the fuck? What the fuck was that? Now they are moving in with an objective of their own, and this is much later in the game, so this objective is going to be much stronger as well. However, the only building we really have in grave defense is our tier 2 here. This is the one that's the most important to defend. We can clear middle, jump top, clear that. We should be just fine. Sylvanas is dead, so their objective pushing power stays relatively similar to what it normally is on this map. Diablo and ETC are in a fight for their lives on the other side of this objective. That could continue forever. It does look like they have picked a lane, and it is going to be top, so we are going to have to rally over there pretty quickly to defend it as our tier 2 ace in danger. Lucio did rotate middle, though, so these guys are officially outnumbered here. So I'm just going to move in. He's dead. If I can get a brand on Lucio, we can continue to chase, but no, that is not the case. If I had my Q cooldown, we could have interrupted that as well. No, we're not going to lose sight on what's important. We're heading down to the bottom lane to finish clearing this objective. We'll go ahead and activate our Molten Armor just so we can get some extra crit damage and then turn the cleave on after. And this should die off pretty quick. Does look like there is still a scuffle in mid lane, but the enemy team is mostly dissipating. Although, with an ETC, that means they could be jumping in on us any second. As they are pushing in, I'm going to move up. Oh, threaded the needle, unfortunately. The brand on Lucio gives me a lot of chase potential, but do we want to chase? Maybe not. Maybe not. Friendly team is going for a mercenary camp above us. I'm just going to clear this lane while they're doing that. Although we shouldn't be too afraid. We do have numbers advantage, and we are on home turf with our spawn being right behind us. Diva seems to have noticed I've gone this way. I'm going to ping for some assistance, and hopefully the friendly team can follow. That being said, we're going to have a lot of sustain if we get ambushed here, especially with all of these cleaves and stuff. We should be okay. Here, I'm going to try to finish this. Diablo's got their attention. Okay. And then, if we need to, we can engage right over this wall and put a stop to what's going on. I like Diablo's positioning here quite a lot. I'm going to try to jump in on the squishies. Got Lucio. Shielding, shielding, shielding. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm going to heal off this. Leave it down. I'm just looking at Kael'thas here, but unfortunately, my jump forward was just interrupted. I'm gonna get out of this. And then if he power slides down, we could go back through this team. Oh, God, wasn't able to keep it alive. Jeez. Diablo back in on Lucio, though. Big damage. The gravity lapse stops that inevitable kill from happening. Chromie fighting into a small area like this must be a dream, but Sylvanas comes around to the side, trying to make it a nightmare. You weren't expecting that kind of poetry here in today's match. This objective doesn't matter, so we should kill this thing before it kills our thing that we care about. And then we can start gearing up for the next one. That being said, Diablo is in. Brightwing teleporting to meet him. I think this might cost us the game if they're not careful. 26 seconds until I can spawn. Brightwing trying to push these guys back, trying to buy time. But that's... How do you get away from Lucio? You can't teleport. He's going to boop you. Buying time at this point means that it's just going to be longer into this objective before we have our team, so we might have to give this one up as well. But we're back on the field. If we see anything super fishy, if we see someone out of position, we could try to at least capitalize on that. For instance, Sylvanas in the bottom lane right now might be something that we are interested in pursuing. Or better yet, we know she's been rotating to the last few objectives. I bet she rotates here. Okay. Teleport, fuck it. Why is she so fucking fast? Look at her go! Okay, I couldn't have caught that if I wanted to, dude. Got him. Please! Someone fucking die! Alright, reactivate these swords. Nailed him. Teleport! Nailed him! That's what I'm talking about. They're actually really pathing in bad ways here. Leave. I can almost cleave again. There we go. Ah! It's okay. That's fine. Get him out of this. I'm gonna teleport in. Slow, slow, slow. Flip, 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 flip. Oh, I could have comboed with it. I was just a little too short. Well, now our team has respawned. We did a great push against them. We can actually get this keep before the objective if we stay, which I think is totally worth doing. And if we did stay and were being more attentive to what was in front of us, that would have been a dead Sylvanas. Imagine a game without Sylvanas in it. We almost fucking had it. I'm gonna have to impale this way. Holy fucking shit.
And don't fret about the shamblers.
What is slowing me that bad? It almost looks like I'm taking friendly chromie time slows. Ugh. Well, this objective is important. Both teams do have a member missing. Diva will be responding a lot faster than me, though. Diablo has vision on what's going on and does disperse the enemy team with his Apocalypse. He's now jumping in onto the Lucio now. Falstad with a Mighty Gust is going to interrupt the channel. Oh. Oh, yes. Nice. That's going to buy us some time. Is it enough? Sylvanas dipping under the wall, trying to chase. Diablo tries to close in with the Q for some extra healing, but can't make it. Oh, and with the objective moving towards us, and me being the only one here, we're gonna have to pull some kind of miracle out of our ass. I don't know where we're gonna get that from. I do have Sippy Cup healing here. We could tap this, tap sip. Okay, that'll help. A little. This is gonna suck. Couldn't have stopped though. They would have comboed me. I can go this way, and I'm fine. Shield. I don't think there's anything I do about this core, though. Oh, this one was down to the wire. Damn. 42% of team fight damage soaked. 35% of our team fight damage. Not too bad at all. So I still do have a lot to learn on Imperious. I just thought I would make a video to show you where we're at with it now, because every time I do pick up this character, like I said, it feels like I'm cursed. I think that was an excellent match. I don't feel bad about that match at all. We did 104,000 hero damage in this game. 61,000 self-healing in this game. Oh my god, Lucio pumped out 166k healing. This match was a really good one. And look at this. The kills were so crazy close. Too. All right, talents I went for in today's game: Burn the Impure, Battle Hunger, Holy Fervor, Angelic Armaments, Divine Rage, Valorous Pursuit, and Brand of Solarian. If we had our other ult, I actually think we would have been significantly worse off in this match. I think that misclick actually did me a lot of good because those fights were getting really brawly towards the end. But there is a spear build for Imperious as well, where you just basically take every Q talent all the way down the list. And I'll try to make a video of that pretty soon as well.